We all know that the world of golf is getting far too expensive, and just the other day I found what could be the answer. The new MacGregor Tourney Max driver. This sets you back just £219. I think that's phenomenal value for money. Having tested it, I must say that carbon crown works an absolute delight. The adjustable loft sleeve does work fantastically well, and that rear weighting means it's going to be nice and forgiving. So let's put it against arguably the best, most forgiving all-round driver of 2025, the TaylorMade QI 35 in the core model. This sets you back north of £500. Very, very similar ideologies here with the carbon crown and with the rear weighting. However, with the TaylorMade, you do get that adjustable weighting as well. So let's kick things off with the MacGregor. Now, I was really impressed with this, really impressed with its versatility, and really impressed with just how, look at that. That looks phenomenal. The head shape is delightful. First tee here at Lindrick. What can we do with the MacGregor? Is it going to be a huge difference with this price, guys? Get in the comments below. Straight away off the bat, that's a gorgeous shot just peeling down the right-hand side. One of the things I absolutely love about this club is the sound and feel element of it. It feels like a really premium driver, and you can see that I've struck that really nice out the centre of the face as well, so that's going to really do a job for us, hopefully. Premium components in this as well. We do have a UST helium shaft in there at 55 gram. DTC, so you can't really go and get fitted for it. This is where maybe the TaylorMade could come in a little bit better. You can obviously get fitted for this. You can move those weights front and back if you want to. We have through slot speed pocket, we have that carbon sole, we have carbon crown, and we have the carbon face. What more do you want, Chris? And you know what you want? Cheaper. You would want it a little bit cheaper. Right, TaylorMade. The wind's off the left a little bit, so we'll just aim a little bit further down that side. Right, that's going to be interesting because that's one of the best shots I've hit on this hole for a very long time. Again, fading down that right side nicely. Let's get down there. Let's see what the difference is in these two drives. We'll talk numbers today. We'll talk budgets. We'll talk ideologies about what you want to be spending on your driver in 2026. And I'm really excited by this. Guys, hit that subscribe button if you like the idea of a more budget-orientated driver. Okay, so two good tee shots there on the first, and two very interesting shots comparable to the price of these drivers. So guys, get in the comments below, what driver are you using currently and how much did you pay for it? Because I think there's a change coming where new drivers now are going to cost $500, $600, $700. Do you need to spend that much money? I'm on a mission to find the best budget driver, and we know we've had the Kirkland, we've had the Tacoma, we've had the 11 driver, which was phenomenal. Could this be the best one so far? And what makes it a good driver? Is it the carbon crown? Is it the rear weighting? Or is it the amount of adjustability possible on this £219 head? Maybe. Okay, so you can see with our elongated shadows at this time of year, we have the MacGregor just in the right-hand rough here, and the TaylorMade, which has bounded into the rough as well, maybe 5 to 10 yards further up there and a little bit straighter. I did learn a little bit about the wind, so obviously you could take that factor in as well. We'll go on into the TaylorMade and we'll continue this challenge because I think this represents amazing value for money. And that makes me happy. So, head cover game. I actually prefer the MacGregor head cover. I was never a fan of the QI35 branding or name or colour system, and we've all seen maybe something that maybe is coming from maybe TaylorMade, maybe in January. I don't know, but anyway. I do like how traditional that looks, the one wood, the old one wood with the lovely MacGregor green and of course the white stripe. Very reminiscent of Jack Nicklaus. Jack Nicklaus used to use MacGregor, didn't they? I think that looks phenomenal, and you can see they've kind of taken a very similar ideology with that inertia generating little kind of back piece on the driver. So very interesting, I think. We'll go TaylorMade first this time, so we're not learning too much. We'll try and take this corner on a little bit on the par 4, because for me, this is where if you're spending a lot of money, God, that sun's bright, isn't it? I hate being in the UK this time of year. It's very, you almost feel like you should be hitting better shots because you've spent £500–600 depending on what shaft you've gone for. So we'll go for that. Try and play a bit of a draw almost. It's not a draw, but it's a lovely straight one just down the right side of the fairway again. So This is where it could get really interesting, because how much forgiveness do I get with this TaylorMade driver? Does this become more forgiving? Does it become a better proposition for me because I don't have to hit as good as shots? Like, if I look at the head shape, to be honest, I massively prefer the shape of that. It looks almost like the old Bridgestone. Do you remember that, Chris?
Yeah.
Like a bit of a kind of bulby looking one. And then we look at shaft length, we have 1/2 inch shorter as standard on the shaft length. Now, that could rob us of club head speed, which of course could rob us of distance, but it could mean that we're going to be a little bit straighter off the tee, because we could hit the centre of the club. And also, club head speed doesn't necessarily mean ball speed, because if I hit it out of where I hit it on the first tee, I'm more likely to generate more ball speed than if I have more club head speed and hit it there or there. So that's another interesting factor as well. And with this lighter helium shaft as standard, but if I can get this club working as I want to and hit a nice shaped shot like that, that's the perfect line on this hole. It's the perfect trajectory. You can see that's found that lovely narrow bit of fairway. Maybe it's gone past it. That's going to be interesting. I can tell you already that's one apiece, and that was a much better drive than the one with the expensive premium best driver of the year. Let's talk some numbers and then let's finish this off. Because for 219 quid, who's the winner here? It's you. Okay, so we kicked off gathering the numbers for the MacGregor budget driver. And once again, some of the ball flights I could get with this, some of the low flighted shots and those nice high shots that seem to be spinning fairly low were very, very impressive. Now, when it came to the numbers for both these clubs, there was a little bit more difference than what I was kind of hoping for. You can see here, we did manage around a kind of 160 ball speed. Some of the shots were in the 160s, but the average was just shy of that 158. Whereas the TaylorMades, we were kind of getting some into the 165, 166ers, and the bad shots just brought that average down to 163. So quite an impressive ball speed difference there from the TaylorMade and a slightly lower spin. So you can see there, we've almost got a 10-yard difference in carry. Now, I did hit some really good shots with the TaylorMade, but I am quite disappointed in that total average. I honestly thought that it would be a little bit closer, but then again, for £219, what is 9 yards carry? Guys, get in the comments below, what do you think? Which one do you go for this price? And you see, guys, that ball flight there where I've managed to get that really nice low penetrating draw around the corner on this second hole is exactly what really surprised me about the initial review of this MacGregor Tourney Max driver. To be honest, the name is dreadful. Who thought to call this a Tourney Max? But anyway, we'll let them off. I do feel like if they could make one slightly more expensive with the movable weight system that's very similar to the one in the QI35, where you can have that heavyweight forward, that could really help as well. But obviously their MO here, their mission objective, is to keep costs down and to make a good driver that can work. And so far, I'm absolutely blown away by how good this driver is. Right, the TaylorMade is here. I'll tell you what, boys and girls, the old MacGregor, I know it was a better swing, but you get what you're given. That's a big victory, isn't it? That's one apiece. So I think a really interesting comparison here, and certainly I nearly got you then with the cup dinner, and certainly a really interesting value for money discussion. So we'll let this Volvo go because we certainly don't want to send it straight through the windscreen. But how much should you pay for a new driver? Because the TaylorMade we know is one of the best of the year. We know we can hit drives like that with it, straight down this fairway with a nice penetrating ball flight, and of course that nice low spin together with that carbon face. And the beauty about this is we do have the ability, if we want to move the weights around. I think that's one of the things I would love to see moving forward from some of the D2C brands. But for me, I can't overlook the fact this just cost £219. I think gone are the days of companies thinking, right, you know what, if someone's wanting a golf club on a budget, they're obviously not a very good golfer. So we need to make this as forgiving as possible to kind of get people into the product. I don't think that's the case with this. I think anyone can use this. Yes, it's going to be more forgiving than a driver with the weight smashed forward, but with that lovely head shape, you can still generate nice spin rates with this, as we've shown with the numbers. And the carbon crown really helps them do that by putting all that discretionary weight in places that allows you to get good ball speed and good numbers. So we'll let the Jeep go as well, because again, we don't want to send one straight through the sunroof. Prime time. But with the price of this, I could afford to replace the sunroof if I had to. So there's always that. Right, guys, let's see if MacGregor can outdo the TaylorMade once again. Oh, that one's gone. That one, I felt the shaft just give a little bit there. That's a shame. Let's get down there and see where it is, because it's not lost, and see how much distance we've lost from that strike there. We can only be honest, that wasn't a very good golf swing. So you can see here a roll reversal with the MacGregor out here near the bushes on the right hand side, and the TaylorMade nicely up there in the middle of the fairway. So a couple of slight inconsistencies there, but realistically, very hard to pick up a golf ball with your bag on. Still, I think a very, very good driver for the money. What do you think, guys? Get in the comments below. Which one would you be buying 2025?